This module is the first of two parts on how to prepare and create sermons within the app. It explores the sermon screen, how to use templates to create a structure, and the available sermons list options. To open the sermon screen, tap the list icon with the pencil. The app will take a few seconds to load. Please do not touch anything during this time. The sermon screen is divided into three parts. Firstly, sermon templates offer a simple way to create new sermons. The app offers several template options to choose from with different content structures. Secondly, search filters let you find your sermons so you can edit them or use them to preach. Thirdly, Sermons List shows all your sermons and highlights their main attributes. When creating a new sermon, you can choose to start with a blank screen or use one of the predefined templates. Swipe across the templates at the top of the screen to preview their content structure. Tap to select one or tap on the first image with the plus symbol to add no initial content. You then need to enter a unique title for the sermon. Tap in the text box if it is not already selected. A virtual keyboard will appear at the bottom. Use it to enter your title, then tap the Save button to continue. If you change your mind, you can tap the green back arrow icon to return to the previous screen. The new sermon will save and the sermon editor will appear. This will be covered in the next module. Tap the green back arrow icon to return to the main sermon screen. As you create sermons, you will need a way to organize them. The app lets you search and filter sermons, order them by date, series, and title, and group them by series and series tags. Swipe up and down the screen to view a list of your sermons. If the list is long, look for the word top and tap on it. This will scroll you to the top of the page. Each sermon item shows the sermon's title, description and details if you have added them, search tags, and when you last edited it. The more information you add to your sermons, the easier it will be to organize them in the future. The two icons on the right let you edit that sermon, or you can choose to open it in preach mode. The search filters menu lets you find one or more sermons within seconds. Tap on the first control to view a full list of all your sermons. You can type all or part of the title here to narrow the options. Then tap on a title to open it. You can order the sermons list by tapping this control. Tap on an option to select it. Search tags offer a way to group your sermons. You use themes or categories or whatever you wish. You will learn about adding search tags shortly, but tap on one to view all sermons that have that tag. Editing and creating a sermon acts just like a word processor. You can type text, format it, copy, paste, and delete it. The app offers several options to help organize your sermon library as it grows. Find a sermon you want to edit and tap on the Edit button. Alternatively, tap on the title or description to open the Sermon Edit screen. The Sermon Edit screen is divided into two parts. At the top is the sermon title and options menu. At the bottom is the sermon editor. You can change the title by tapping the text box. When you return to the previous screen by tapping the back arrow, the app will automatically save your changes. Tapping the arrow at the top right opens the Options menu. This will be covered shortly. Below the title is the sermon editor. The editor has a toolbar at the top for changing text and a page to type and edit content. This feature will be covered in depth in the next module. Sermon options offer a way to add ways to group your sermons and change how the editor looks. You can choose to leave the editor without saving your work and also enter preach mode for the current sermon. This panel provides 5 ways for you to add organizational content to your sermons. Key points help you focus on sermon structure. They are usually tied with section headings, with each section offering a distinct preaching point. Sections will be discussed in the next module, but tapping this button automatically takes the section heading in your sermon and creates key points for them. Key verses outlines the main Bible references that tie with your sermon. The app automatically recognizes Bible references, and like key point, the small black arrow will take all the references in your sermon and add to the key verses list if you wish. The summary text box lets you add a brief description about the sermon. This is a note to remind yourself what it is about. The series control gives you the option of tying sermons together. Tapping this control will also display all your series names, so you can tap on one to select it. You can further group your sermons by using search tags. These tags act as categories, grouping sermons together by theme, for example. Tap on this control and type in a tag. Press the Enter key to add the tag. Then repeat the process for as many tags as you want to enter. Once you have added these sermon details, they will appear within the main sermon screen list. Remember, the more items you add content to, the easier they are to find and use later. Tap the Delete Sermon button to remove it completely from the system. A warning message will show asking you to confirm. Tap the Yes button to delete. Be careful when deleting sermons, as it can be difficult or impossible to retrieve them. Like the Bible and ebook screens, you can choose how the sermon editor will display. Select the editor background color, size of text, font style, and line height from here. Tap the Revert to Default to go back to the standard settings. Changes are automatically saved. As you edit a sermon, the app makes a backup of your work. This is useful if you accidentally delete something important or make a mistake. Backup versions are limited to the last 10 changes you have made. Tap the first control to select a version to preview. They are titled by the date the version was created. Content will display underneath. You can swipe up and down to preview it. When you want to use a previous version, select it, then tap the Use Version button. Confirm your decision when asked, and the editor will display the previous content. You have now completed this module. To recap, close this video, then press the Start button to complete the summary questions before proceeding to the next module.